Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tyann Krumpa, and if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to do something very different today for this read. I have been in deep meditation about the divine feminine pretty much the whole of the morning, and one thing that I want to let you know is that you are God manifested in the flesh, which makes you a goddess. And it is time for you to start tapping into the hidden realms and your hidden powers and to be who you came here to be. You didn't come here to play second fiddle behind divine masculine. You didn't come here to search for a soulmate and to find true love. You are the epitome of true love, because love starts with self-love. And I can tell you that your soulmate and you are already fated. It is a fated partnership. You don't have to go look. You don't have to search on that right divine timeline and the timing that you etched and penned with your person of interest. Whether you're on a twin flame journey, or whether you're just on a journey to a soulmate, or whether you're just on a journey to self, or if you're just on a journey back to source to find where you come from and where you belong. It doesn't matter. My channel is for everyone. It's not just for twin flames, no. It's for anyone that is on a spiritual journey, and along the way, you're going to run into bumps, you're going to run into curveballs, you're going to get knocked off course. But it's up to you to allow yourself to be aligned with the universal source energy, or God for some of you that are religious, can course correct you and put you back on the path and on your destiny in which you are supposed to walk. So I have dedicated my morning to you. It has been a few days since I've posted a video, because I want divine feminine to really know what her energy blocks are. What are things that you need to work on? Some of you are blaming the divine masculine for why you're not in union, and you can no longer use that as a crutch. Spirit says you have to take full responsibility, take ownership of who you are, and claim your divinity and sovereignty and step into your true authentic power, because you are the master of your own universe. You create your own reality. So if you have a contract for divine masculine and for you to be together in the 3D and you're still not together, chances are it is because you also still need something to work on. It is so quick and easy for us to play the blame game and start pointing the finger at the other person. When we point one finger, we have three that are pointing right back at us. And so I'm going to get into this reading. I'm going to pull from the ethers. I'm just going to channel what are some things that we need to work on, because it is now, and I want you to hear me loud and clear. Right now is your defining moment. There's a new chapter, there's a new season, and there is a new life that is waiting for you if you're willing to just stay in the present moment. Stop dwelling on the past hurts, the hurts of yesterday, the pains of yesterday, and lamenting and crying and staying stuck. That is gone. You guys, it's long gone. You cannot chase yesterday. You will never get it back. All right? So it's time for us to start living in the present moment. That is the reason why it's a gift. Because when you live in the present moment, it takes away the worries of yesterday. It takes away the pains of yesterday eventually, if you allow yourself to heal. But if you keep on digging and picking in those old wounds, how in the hell are you going to heal? You can no longer blame divine masculine or your soulmate or the karmic or anyone else. You then become your own worst enemy, which is your inner me. The person that is within. I love when I get God signs. But without further ado, let me go ahead and call in some help, and I'll get your reading on the way. I call in air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yad Hevahe, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time and space, past, present, and future. And so it is, everyone. All right, so I really, really want more than anything to see you heal. I want to see you rise into higher consciousness and to be all that God has called you to be. In this moment, in this hour. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So you have your first card. One thing that you need to work on is your root chakra. Okay. Now I pulled out my Hindi cards, okay, my yoga cards, because it lets me know what chakras and, some poses that may help you. This is the womb pose that will help you to unblock your womb. Okay, now let me get deep and real with you. A lot of us, whether we know it or not, we can come in with some energetic blocks around our wombs, especially if we got raped or molested or traumatized sexually in our past lives, whether we were a male or whether we were a female. So with that being said, right now it is now showing up on your reading that this is something that you need to work on. And a good affirmation for this is, I am one with the earth. Compassion flows through me. It is time to have compassion for self. You have poured your heart, your emotions, your lungs, your kidneys, your adrenal glands, your gallbladder, your pelvis, your ovaries, your whole reproductive system to your divine masculine. It is time for you to start self-care and self-love for self, and pouring back into your own soul and counting your own soul dear to yourself, because I can guarantee you, for most divine masculines, they are, and they're not having a problem doing it at all. You see? So if some of you are into yoga and if it interests you, then the womb pose will be something that you will need to consider working on in order to open up that blockage, okay? Next, you need to work on your solar plexus. The solar plexus deals with relationships. It deals with your power, your confidence, your self-esteem. I feel like a lot of you divine feminines, I'm just calling a spade. You have lost a sense of worthiness, your self-worth in all of this. And this has created an energetic block. And this block is where you're starting to see in your life struggles, whether it's in trying to find a mate. You guys don't realize that finding a mate is never... Let me explain something to you, okay? I don't want to be all over the place. Let me stay with this thought. Everyone has heard of divine timing, but I'm going to break it down from a scientific point more so than a religious aspect. All divine timing is vibrational alignment with what it is that you are trying to call in, or not trying, because we don't try, we do. What you are calling in. What you are calling in is your divine counterpart. Am I not lying? You're wanting to have 3D union, or at least for some of you that have never been intimate with your divine counterpart, you're wanting to at least have a partnership or some type of friendship alliance, correct? Well, then you have to become a friend to yourself. You have to have a partnership with yourself. And most importantly, you have to have all of this with source energy. If you're not in alignment and a vibrational resonance with source, you are going to continuously be on a spiral loop going back and forth, around and around and around you go on this emotional roller coaster, because you have taken the most important person out of the equation, which is God. You cannot do this without source, you guys. I'm here to tell you, I don't care how many psychics, you can get the best of them all. Okay? You can get the best of the best psychic. And that psychic will do you no good if you do not form that personal relationship. Now, I don't want to hear people say, I have a personal relationship with God. That's not the issue. Okay. Listen to me, and listen to me very closely. When you have a relationship, all those things as far as what's outside of you that seems to be out of your reach or that you have no control over, those things will no longer worry you. They will cease to exist, because you know that eventually your highest good is coming in for you, and you don't have to fret. Okay? You don't have to worry. You don't have to pine away after the one that you love, because you know that the one that you love loves you as well. Whether they express it in word, or if they express it in deed, or a combination of both, or they're not even doing neither at this time because they're working on their own selves. You will start seeing this from a deeper level and a higher perspective. And so the affirmation for you is, through struggles, through my struggles, I see the world changing and reshaping itself to a form of my choosing. No more are you in that victim mentality. Okay? But you are taking 100% ownership. Now, I'm just going to tell you, this video may trigger people. That's not my problem. I'm here to deliver a message. Take it and process it the way you want to, but the way that you choose to process it is 100% your responsibility. Someone had commented on my post when I did the cartomancy with the black deck and purple, the black and purple deck. They said, when you hit down on the cards like that, that is so irritating. I cannot stand when you do that. Guess what? If someone does something and it irritates you, do you realize that it's not them, that the problem is you? Stop giving your power away to people by being annoyed by the least simplest trivial things. That just let me know where that person was for the day. And I was at a very low vibration. Because just because I tap on a card, how do you not know that I wasn't moving energy around so I can get the most clear message that I'm trying to convey to you? How do you know? You don't know. You don't know anything about energy. The reason why I'm tapping on that card is because I'm trying to get information. But you assume that me tapping on a card is just me, I guess, doing it out of, irresponsibility or out of control and not knowing what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. I am the reader, not you. So that's why, even for the divine masculine, we should never be so quick to judge. Because when we judge things that we know not of, there is a word that people call it, and that's a fool. Only a fool judge that in which they do not know of. So some of the struggles, some of the problems that are creeping into your life are self-imposed, because we are the creator of our own universe. When we have problems that show up in our life, our soul, our higher self, sometimes have already contracted to bring these problems in so we can get the lessons from it. Are you getting your lessons, divine feminine, from your divine masculine, instead of looking at him, oh, he's a hoe, he's a cheat, he's a slut, he's a this, he's a that? Are you saying, thank you, divine masculine, because you have taught me to value my body. You have taught me to protect it at all cost. I see myself in you. You don't have to be a hoe in order to see yourself in that person. Why don't you start seeing the good in this person instead of looking at the bad? Look at have compassion. Come from a place of compassion, Spirit is saying. Be compassionate, because obviously it's not normal to be promiscuous, people. It's not normal to go from one relationship after one relationship and being a serial lover. This is wounded people with past life trauma, and also trauma that has also happened in this life that they are covering up. It is their defense coping mechanism. That is how they get through. And whether it be right, whether it be wrong, start having compassion instead of judging. A lot of the struggles that are coming into your life is here to reshape, reform, and remold you and rebuild you into the person that you are to be. And for most of you, the person that you are now. The next card is the extended hand to big toe. All right, so this is working with the crown chakra. All right, you see the affinity sign. I positively create my own destiny. There is not someone sitting in the heavens basically waving a wand over your life and telling you what to do every detail in every moment. There's no sky daddy, okay? You are the one that is creating every single thing that is happening to you in your life, be it good, bad, right, wrong, or indifferent, contrary to your beliefs. There is a cause to every effect. And speaking of which, divine masculine is suffering and weeping what he sowed, or she, because it's an energy more so than a sex, because they have been hard-headed and they have not been listening, and some of the things that they have dealt out to you is being dished right back in, and they can't take it. A lot of them are feeling nauseous. A lot of them are feeling sick. A lot of them are dealing with a lot of physical elements because they have violated the laws in spirit, which is manifesting within their flesh. Some of them are breaking out with rashes. There is consequences when you do not abide by universal law. And as you can see in the background, there is a tower that is there. But instead of that tower being broken down, that person is reaching out to that tower because that tower is solid. This represents you, divine feminine. You are solid right now because you know that your positive thinking creates your own reality. And with that being said, you guys, I'm so popular this morning. With Monday being the holiday, all of my work was at a standstill and it's just coming in droves right now this morning. So bear with me. I don't want to hear no shit. I don't want nobody talking no stuff because this is my time and I'm taking out this time to push this reading out for you. All right. So please be respectful that I do also have a life in addition to doing this. So anyway, you are balancing yourself because you know that positivity wins hands down. Sometimes you got to lose the battle in order to win the war. Divine masculine was your battle. And every day you were showing up so faithfully, constantly on this battlefield, pouring out your whole soul until you felt depleted and empty. And even divine masculine didn't even have the strength to come and fill you back up. But it is time for those of you that are not in this balanced position, because I'm reading for a group of you. If you're not balanced, it's time to get balanced. Try these poses out, you guys. Get into yoga. Start stretching the body. A body at rest stays at rest. Okay? One thing that I can tell you that I've learned on being on this spiritual journey, that the mind is supposed to be still and the body is supposed to keep moving. And if you do that in a combination and synchronicity throughout your life, you'll live a very long life. This is the reason why Indian people live to be over 100 and up. Because they know how to still their mind and they continuously move their body. And yoga is one of the perfect ways to do it. And people say, oh, yoga is so demonic. It's this, and everybody say it's demonic. They even, hey, we got Quakers that still think that electricity is demonic, and we laugh about that. But then you guys want to coin everything that you don't know demonic. And that's the reason why the Bible says that my people perish for a lack of knowledge. That's why you only live to be about 75 years old. Because you're not moving your body and you're not stilling your mind with meditation. You also have next the both filled toes finger pose, okay? Are you rooted in consciousness right now? No matter what, and this is still the crown chakra that you're connected to. I feel like the energy blockage here is the crown chakra that needs to be opened for a lot of you divine feminines, especially some of the comments that I see about your divine masculine. I'm not here to judge you. I don't stand in judgment. And I've been on that other side of the coin where I've done the same thing, that I've said the most nastiest shit against my divine masculine until God told me one day, all the things that you say against this person, you say against yourself. This person is the other half of your soul. They are the other half of you. So if you think that they're nasty, narcissistic, psychotic, immature, still needs to grow up, that's a part of you that still needs to be healed. You may not per se have those characteristics that your divine counterpart has, but you do have that mirror of those wounds and pain that needs to be healed within you. People don't just act a certain way for nothing. There's a reason for everything. So if this person is immature, where are some instances where you lack maturity? Because you ain't everything in all things, because you're not perfect. You're perfectly imperfect. I'm sure that you're as perfect as you possibly can be in every way, shape, and form. But let's be realistic here. Your area and opportunity of focus is being rooted and being grounded. Some ways that you can do grounding is walking barefooted on the grass, especially for those of you that are in warmer climate that permits for you to do so. Light a brown candle. That's another way to get grounded. Meditate. That's another way of grounding. Okay? I feel like some of you have allowed this situation to knock you off course. A lot of you are remaining stuck. When you need to move on, you've stayed. Just because this is your divine counterpart does not mean that you have to lay your life down and cease to live your own life because you're waiting for the other person to show up and offer you something. You may not even get that offer in this lifetime. Do you know your contracts, you guys? Have you did a twin flame oracle reading with me, which gives you the reasons for being to let you know if you're going to get 3D union or not, or if you're even dealing with the twin flame altogether? Have you done that? Because I know for those of you that have, you already have had much clarity. You already know whether or not you're going to be in 3D union with your twin flame, or if that was even a twin flame or a soulmate, or even when your soulmate is going to come in, or if you were just dealing with a karmic. But whatever the case, you know what your soul contracts are with any of these people. Because even if you come to me and you do a twin flame oracle reading and you're with a karmic, you still have a soul contract. And I let you know exactly what that entails and how you can revoke it, cease and desist, and move on with your life. You don't need any more love lessons, right? It's time for your blessings. How many people, by raising your hand on your screen, I know I won't be able to see it, but I can energetically feel it. How many of you are done with the love lessons? Now I'm going to ask you, how many of you are ready for your blessings? The only way that you're going to get your blessings is if you unblock the energy that is blocking your blessings. That's when your divine timing will come. That's how you get in alignment with what you're wanting to manifest. Because if not, it stays suspended in time and it just becomes a fairy tale or a dream. It's time for you to birth your dream into reality and get out of that stuck mode or that victim mentality and get rooted into your consciousness. And know that whatever you want in the spiritual plane has already taken place. It's already yours. It's just waiting for your manifestation to come into fruition. It can't come through if it's blocked. There's a story in the Bible about Daniel. Daniel got up to about 90 years of age. Daniel was struggling, in his old age. And he prayed for strength. And he prayed for the angels to come. But the angels were fighting the god of Persia, Media Persia. Okay. And when they finally got to Daniel, Daniel was like, basically, what in the heck took y'all so long? And they were basically telling him they were on their way, but they ran into some blocks, some energy blocks. They had to fight the god of Medo Persia in order to get to Daniel. Don't block your blessings and make it difficult for those that are sent here to make your path straight. Because if you've set up blocks in your chakras and your energy chakras, and there are entities that have come in, your angels are going to have to fight those battles, and it's going to delay your blessings. Right? So it's time to just open up those energy blockages. And you can do it through that pose. Yeah, the ear pressure pose. I speak and hear only positive words. Positivity flows through my being. Again, how many times have you said something positive about your union? You guys, whether you're with this person physically or not, you're still in a union with this person because they're your twin. Okay? You belong together. Like Mariah Carey. When you left a part of me. It's been so hard to believe that we belong together. You know what? Whether you're with your twin or not, you're always supposed to love them. You may not be in love with them, but you're supposed to have unconditional love and radical forgiveness, because that's what the whole twin flame journey is about. It's about love of self, yes, but that's the other part of you. So if you don't love that person, you don't love yourself, hands down. This is the most complex spiritual journey that you can ever take. This is not for the faint of hearts. And this is the reason why there's only 144,000 of us. Because God was not stupid. God knew who was equipped and who was competent to do the job. And if you're chiming in and you're listening, that person is you. That person is me. Don't let a temporary setback make you lose out on a long-term blessing. You guys need to work on your third eye, your brow chakra, because a lot of you are experiencing a blockage. And I'm not saying that it's closed, okay? Just because your third eye is open doesn't mean that it's not blocked, okay? Start drinking some apple cider vinegar. That unblocks your third eye, decalcifies your third eye. I drink two 32 ounces of apple cider vinegar a day. And I add some cinnamon in and all that stuff. All this is spiritual stuff, you guys. Everything I do it. Everything I put in my body and everything that I do is because it is a spiritual or physical benefit. Okay? Especially when it comes to food. Let food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food. All right. So we're working on a heart now. Sleeping tortoise. I love my life, which is filled with infinite possibilities. You guys, are we just stopping with divine masculine? Is divine masculine like the end all, the be all? No. You guys got to start opening yourselves up to higher level soulmates. Or just the soulmate is fine. Okay? There's nothing wrong with just being with the soulmate if you're fine with that. If you're, grounded within yourself and you're rooted within yourself, it's perfectly fine. But it's time to move past that. I need to be with divine masculine at all costs, because you don't know what timeline you're on. And until you align yourself, you're going to remain suspended in time. And I know you don't want to do that. Okay, still working on the heart. You have the raised leg pose. I know that I am one with the universe. When I focus, universal energy flows through me. So, you need to be focused in the state of being and being in the natural ebb of flow with what's going on in your life right now. Forget the when, the where, and how. Focus on your why. I'm going to repeat that. Forget the when, the where, and the how. And start focusing on your why. Why are you here? Why did you incarnate? You were born single. You were not born with divine masculine attached to your hip. You see. Start discovering those things that are within you, that God had laid within you, those latent talents that are waiting to bubble forth and ready for you to shine a light on them so you can be the light in the world. So you can be a part of this unity consciousness and Christ consciousness where we are all connected, we are all one. And what we do for ourselves, we're also doing for others. Your reasons for being is going to help those that are also stuck, that also need your light to also help to guide them on their path. You see that? Your focus is going to help to reshape and remold other people's lives. You have to know that. You have to believe that. Going back to the crown chakra again, it's the single leg forward hold pose, or fold pose, excuse me. I am grateful for all the challenges that helped me to grow and transform. When it's all said and done, when you and your twin get to the other side, when both of you expire from this lifetime, how would you feel when your twin tells you, baby, that was the hardest job I ever had to do to hurt you, to cheat on you, to lie to you, to manipulate you. But we had this contract and I had to fulfill it in order for you to ascend. And then you're on the other side with your ascended self and all of your glory and all of your power, because this person was a catalyst to get you there. And then here you are, the two of you on the other side, and the full alignment of love and bliss and happiness together in a spiritual union that is eternal. Would you look at that person differently then? If so, why wait for death in order to start living your life? Why wait till the afterlife to start living the life that is meant for you to live now? Live that way now with the surety of knowing that it is so. That the only thing that your divine counterpart is playing out is the roles that you guys have signed on the dotted line on that contract. That soul contract, anything that that person is doing to you, they're doing for you in order to help you. They may not be the narcissist at all. You may have narcissistic tendencies. We all do. I know there is times that when I used to keep my recordings, I don't keep any recordings of me and my twin anymore, but I used to. I used to play them back and I used to say, oh my God, no wonder he said that to me. Look what I said to him. No wonder he was mean to me. I can't believe I said that to him. You'll be surprised. We're not by any way, shape, and form exempt or innocent from some of the pain that has been inflicted in our unions. I'm not saying that this is for everyone, but for the mass majority of us, we have done some wrong ourselves. We have done some hurt and harm and injury ourselves, whether it's been intentionally or unintentionally. It doesn't matter. And I have come to the conclusion of your reading. Let's go to the other side because I want to do some healing, further healing with the divine feminine to clear and remove these blocks. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my gift registry on Amazon and it will appear on the channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.